FCN. I'm Lynn Fulkerson and I'm your host. We are 2 months into 2023 and we're already seeing big changes in our community. The Main Street Grant Program has been making a big impact, and Ian Coleman is here to highlight the changes that this program has made for New Albany.
Main Street in New Albany has been undergoing construction for several months to repair the street and make additions such as new parking spots, but businesses are suffering because the construction makes the businesses on Main Street less accessible. Businesses like the Odd Shop have lost out on many sales, causing them to be closed more often and driving them close to closing permanently.
So the project started in July of last year, and we watched our foot traffic become almost non-existent, and it's definitely been a hazard for a lot of people getting around as well.
The New Albany City Council tried to propose a $500,000 grant to only some of the local businesses on Main Street during the January 7th meeting, but the grant failed due to legal issues. According to WDRB, the project is projected to take until the end of 2023 to finish, and they gave no prior warning to the businesses before they announced the project. The construction also makes it more difficult to drive throughout the city regularly, and it obstructs the sidewalks. The average person's reliance on driving somewhere rather than walking also doesn't help the businesses, leaving them with less customers since it's harder to find a spot near them to park. The best thing you can do to help out the businesses is to visit them and support them. If you park on a street near Main Street, you can still reach the businesses easily with a few added steps. Without these businesses, New Albany isn't New Albany.
Thank you for showcasing the program, Ian. New Albany is still trying to find ways to help its community improve. Progress may be slow, but it's also steady. We are likely to see new developments to the program in the near future. It's that time of year where the choir program turns its gears and works on their pop concert, Pop-a-Pella. The show is a way to showcase student talents and newly tuned voices. In the past years, they've sang more popular songs, but this year is special. Since the show is on Valentine's Day, the songs they're singing will bring love into the air. If you are interested, Pop-a-Pella takes place February 14th at Floyd Central. You will be able to hear songs like Love Story by Taylor Swift and True Love from Frozen on Broadway. If you have a chance, stop by and hear the choir's amazing talents. ISSMA is very important to our musical groups and students. These groups will perform solo and group ensemble pieces that they have prepared in the past few months. We interviewed Doug Elmore, ISSMA board member and Floyd Central Orchestra teacher, to get his input on the event.
The ISSMA Solo and Ensemble Festival it's a voluntary event that most of the band, orchestra, and choir programs all over Indiana participate in some level. The kids volunteer to perform solos that they've prepared, or what we call small ensembles, trios, quartets, or quintets, or large ensembles, big groups of up to 20 kids. And they prepare pieces to play for a panel of judges on a given day. So it builds a lot of, I like to call it musical autonomy. You're depending on yourself, your skills, and your preparation. And this fuels a lot of growth on the part of the kids, which then turns around and channels back into our bigger groups, the band, the orchestra, the choir, and makes them perform at a higher level. ISSMA, the Indiana State School Music Association, has done an ingenious job of building this event to be beneficial to every ability level. So they have what are called group categories. Let's say you're in 6th grade and you've learned your little violin solo, you're going for the first time, you enter in what's called Group 5. Easiest music, 1st or 2nd year players. You do well. The next year, you would enter in Group 4. And the judging's a little harder. Group 3, the judging's a little harder. Group 2, by then you're talking about high schoolers and really advanced middle schoolers, harder. And then Group 1 is the most challenging music. It's drawn from a specific list that the Indiana State School Music Association publishes, and the kids have to draw their music from that list. So there's literally a place at this event for any ability level of child.
Each group is hoping to achieve a goal. With how hard our teachers and students work, they are sure to make this goal happen. We wish all of our groups good luck at ISSMA. Our theater department is hard at work on the spring musical Anything Goes. From a captivating love triangle to tap numbers that will get you in the mood to dance, Anything Goes is a show you won't want to miss. Showings start in March, so make sure to get your tickets to this spectacular show at floydcentralbooktix.com. Now that we're all excited about the upcoming show, students want to know what goes on behind the scenes. Tech theater is an important part of making the show happen, and Millie Muner has gone behind the scenes to show us what tech theater is all about.
We cannot do what we do without technical theater students, and the technical theater program here is amazing.
Technical theater, the less visible side of the coin to Floyd Central's award-winning theater program. From lighting and sound to wardrobe and props, there are so many unique roles that go into producing such wonderful shows.
If you like to work with your hands, in particular, if you like to do things like building or painting or sewing or anything like that, there's options for those people. There's also options for if you really enjoy computers or programming or doing things more technology-based.
There truly is something for everyone. Even first-year students who are just joining the program can jump right in and get involved.
When you first start taking technical theater, you're going to have the opportunity to be a part of a crew on a main stage musical. So you could be a first-year technical theater student, have no experience, and still be a part of the biggest productions we do here at Floyd Central. Now, if that's overwhelming, you can also be a part of our class shows, which take place in our Studio One program. And those are shows that are at a smaller scale, so if you're somebody who's not necessarily ready for a big show, you could also participate in that.
There are so many reasons to join the program, maybe even a reason as simple as getting out of doing something else.
Honestly, mostly to get out of doing sports.
But for Kaylee, she quickly came to love the theater program.
But it soon began to be something that I actually ended up liking a lot, which was surprising. And there's just so many different opportunities to be a part of, and you can try out so many different things, and it's a lot of fun.
Technical theater is also a program that will continue to give back to the students through their time in the program, not only through the skills and experiences they will gain, but through the bonds that will form.
I chose to join theater because it's such a strong community. I've built so many friendships in here, and so I think that's why I keep coming back, is because the bonds you make while putting on these productions are some of the strongest in my life.
Through those bonds that are made and through the help of the professionals in the program, students who are just starting out are given the chance to thrive.
The theater is very engaging and exciting, and so it takes that competitive nature away and makes it a place where people can feel like they're welcome and that they can collaborate and try something new without the pressure of having to be outstanding at it, because we're going to help you along the way.
Through watching Floyd Central Theater's past shows, it's clear that students are given every opportunity to succeed and achieve to the best of their potential.
One thing that we really take pride in is that the students do everything. If you've ever seen a show at Floyd Central Theater, the things on stage were done by students, meaning 100% we are here over the weekends or on the evenings, building the set, painting the set, making the props. That is all done by students.
But sometimes just taking that first step to get involved can be the hardest part.
I would just say jump right into it, because you're going to be really nervous when you first start out, but then each time it becomes a lot easier, and then you begin building friendships, so it's a lot of fun to hang out, and it's been the most fun I've had in my high school experience.
Just say yes, because you don't know what you're going to find. I think that technical department, like when you first hear it, it's just such a broad term, but there's so many different departments and ways to get involved. So I would just say yes and just like try it out.
The technical theater program is always looking for more students, so if you're interested or have any questions about the program, you can email Mr. Willis at jwillis@nafcs.org.
With all the lighting cues, set changes, and making the mics work for the cast, the tech crew does it all. If you are interested in the tech crew, contact Jared Willis for more information. After the break, we will talk about seasonal affective disorder and the River Heritage Dam removal, so stay tuned. Hello and welcome back. With the changing of the seasons, people are starting to see a shift in their emotions. People who are typically upbeat and motivated can start suddenly experiencing mood swings and depression. This is no normal winter blues. This is the much covered seasonal affective disorder, more commonly known as seasonal depression. People experience seasonal affective disorder in the fall and winter months. This shows up in students' academic performance, often making them feel helpless and lowering their grade point average by as much as an entire point. Teens all over the nation are in the middle of this epidemic as winter hits. If you are experiencing seasonal affective disorder, please talk to a trusted adult and reach out to a therapist to talk. Then you're sure to be in a better mindset for the new year. In other news, the River Heritage Conservancy plans to remove the Silver Creek Dam, but people have their concerns on what the impact will be on the community. That's why Jude Harrison is here to talk about the pros and cons of the dam's removal.
The Silver Creek Dam is over 100 years old. It was originally built for Glenwood Park. They started the dam in 1903 and finished in 1904. The creek was originally dammed for activities throughout the park, like swimming, boating, and fishing. The dam is now in danger of being destroyed so a new park can be built. The River Heritage Conservancy wants to destroy the dam in order to build a new park called Origin Park. The park would be going in closer to the mouth of the creek. Origin Park argues the dam needs to be destroyed to be able to have kayakers at their park. Local resident Seth Riddle states why he thinks the dam should not be destroyed.
When this house came up for sale, we bought it because we like to kayak and fish around the corner here, and we're able to kind of put in and get out really quickly and easily. And that's due to the dam right now is just a few, maybe 100 yards from here. So it kind of pulls up the water at the bottom of the hill. And it's not like that everywhere on Silver Creek. When you go on the other side of the dam right now, you can walk across it. There's no water.
The city is also concerned about the surrounding property and Loop Island if the dam is destroyed. However, River Heritage argues that getting rid of the dam will not get rid of Loop Island and actually improve the banks on the edge of the creek. They also state that with the removal of the dam, there will be better fish diversity and improved water quality. Origin Park is also expected to generate 3,200 jobs and over $265 million in economic activity. There will be a court hearing on April 23rd to determine the fate of the dam.
Thank you for informing us about this breaking topic. The Conservancy plans to start the removal in June, but any appeals would delay the destruction by up to weeks at a time. If you're planning to be out for a vacation, have an unexpected sickness, or have to leave early for an appointment, make sure your parents let the school know. They can contact the attendance hotline at 812-542-8603 or send a note into the office to make sure you are accounted for. Again, that's 812-542-8603. Stay tuned to see the upcoming forecast for this week. The weather has been at a constant change these past few months. From snow to sunshine, it's hard to predict what will come out of the sky in the following days. Today, Sophie Woodard is here to let you know what to expect for the week.
Thanks, London. So this week is looking to be pretty cold. Tuesday, Floyd Central did have a snow day. We had a high of about 37 and a low of 25. The snow came in like the early morning hours and freezed over the road, so it made it really difficult to drive anywhere. Wednesday, we're looking at mostly cloudy with a high of about 32 and a low of 18. And Thursday, it's going to be partly cloudy, so we're getting a little bit more sunshine with a high of 31 and a low of 16. And Friday, partly cloudy again, high of 32 and a low of 21. Let's take a look at the weekend. So Saturday, we are looking at partly cloudy again. It's going to be a high of about 38 and a low of 27. Sunday is going to be rainy, and this rain does have the potential to freeze over roads and whatnot, so be careful if you're driving. The high is going to be about 40 and a low of 24. Monday, we're looking at some snow potentially. It's going to be a high of 42 and a low of 30. Thank you so much.
Chicken Salad Chick, located in Jeffersonville, Indiana, offers over a dozen varieties of delicious, scratch-made, Southern-style chicken salad, pimento cheese, and egg salad. From simple to savory, fruity and spicy, you're guaranteed to find something you'll love. Order a scoop, sandwich, or bowl for dine-in or carry-out. Check them out at Veterans Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or their website.
This year, we've seen a lot of stories unfold, both on and off the field. Unified Track is a great way for people who may not have other opportunities to get out there and experience high school sports. This year, FC basketball is struggling to stand, despite some breakout performances from key players such as Caden Stewart, Brock Conrad, and Jackson Streander. The team is currently sporting a 5-10 record, including some surprising losses against New Albany, Providence, and Gordon Central. With a win at homecoming over the Seymour Owls, however, maybe the season is finally on the upswing. Another sport that is often slept on is looking to make a splash this year. Swimming and diving sessional prelims are just around the corner, and personally, I can't wait to dive into the wet and wild world of swimming. According to Damon Smith, an FC swimmer, they expect to breeze through the first few rounds of competition. That's going to do it for our sports. I've been Ryan Miller. London, back to you.
Starlight Coffee has bought a 1,200 square foot bank in Georgetown and plans on renovating it to open a 5th location. They're expecting a lot of business due to the proximity of schools in the area. They hope to open sometime this spring, and they will be located on State Road 64. So if you're looking for a place to hang out and get some coffee, Starlight is the place to go. Louisville Gardens may soon turn into a place made for Hollywood. Louisville city leaders are among the first to make production one of our major industries. They strive for making us more competitive with other large cities around the U.S. The studio will not be used for just movie productions, but also as a space for all-including venues such as concerts and wrestling matches. They will also include an on-site museum preserving the history and architecture of Louisville. If you're interested in seeing the sights of the Louisville Gardens, you'll have to stay tuned for more. If all goes according to plan, we should see a new and improved studio in about 4 years. From all of us at FCN, thank you for tuning in.